this. Okay. Um,
Hello, I'm Rebecca Smith Woody, and I'm with my co-facilitating partner, Mukara Meredith. And we want to tell you a little bit about an upcoming offering we have, a leadership program that we have changed the name to SoulForce Leadership. I'll start by saying a little bit about myself. I'm a family therapist and have been a facilitator of family constellation work for many years. And I have participated in these leadership programs offered by Mukara and then later by the two of us. And what I've received from that is a capacity, a growing capacity, ever growing capacity to keep stepping forward, to keep knowing more of my strength, and to keep feeling confidence in offering it out there in the service of life and the world and anyone who I come in contact with. And Mukara, tell
yeah.
us a little bit about you.
Wow. Well, I often describe myself as a 108-year-old Tibetan elf. But I really think that what I would want people to know is that my fundamental training comes from the Hakomi methodology, which is a body-centered, mindfulness-based approach to working with individuals. And I've adapted that modality to groups and then more particularly into leadership. And this work began as a training for encouraging women in leadership. And as we've continued to do this work, we realize that, the principles of the feminine are true for men and women. And so by changing the name of our program to Soul Force Leadership, we are intentionally inviting men and women to join our transformative journey. And we're looking at, how it can continue to serve individuals, but also how it can serve in some kind of reconciliation of gender differences. And so we're excited about this. This was coming up in our classes. Um, so that's probably enough to say about me. I am a practicing Buddhist, and I believe in offering programs that can relieve unnecessary suffering in the world. So, our level one, we offer 3 levels, but level one is really about embodiment, as you know. And in this class, we're helping people to really have a direct experience of the gift of embodiment and the way that the body can be a source of vitality, of energy, of grounding, of surprising potentials that help us in the expression of what we could call whole body leadership. Yeah. Um, and we do this in very specific ways that people can take with them and use as practices and keep resourcing themselves in their bodies. And I think it's so important with the pain of the pandemic and the isolation that we've had, that we can develop this resource of embodiment and a place to rest in ourselves. Um, does that make sense? Does that make
It
sense to
does
you?
make sense. And I think this program is unique in that way, that we really learn to have a strong felt sense of our literal body capacity. And from there, it allows us to connect even more deeply with others.
Exactly.
And then with this sense of community.
Yeah.
So it starts here
Yeah.
and reverberates out.
Right. And it's as if we're reframing leadership from just being a role or a title to being a capacity for self awareness. And from that place of self awareness, the capacity for right relationship with the team or with the community And I think there's also a way that the program helps people to feel encouraged to find their own sources of inspiration. Sometimes we'll call that the larger, so that there's the self perception, the enhanced intrapersonal and then interpersonal connection, and also the transpersonal. What brings us awe, what brings us a sense of elevated joy and capacity. So this is what happens in the class. Usually the classes are small, and we support a level of safety in the group based on modern neuroscience. Rebecca, I don't know if this will feel true for you, but it's almost like the class is really about the neuroscience of connection and how we use that as the ground of whatever activities we're leading a family, leading an organization. And so maybe that's enough to say. I don't know. If
Well,
anything,
when we feel connected, we have more on board to serve.
yes. So we hope that you'll consider reaching out to us. The website is matrixworkslivingsystems.com. And we're beginning our program October the 21st. So we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you soon.
And I look forward, Mukara, to doing this once again with you. Okay.
And we will be posting videos about levels 2 and 3. Okay.